A note to our viewers. Before we begin, we want to make something clear. Out of respect for the child and his family, we have chosen not to display the publicly released image of the 9-year-old boy in this story. Even though his photo was made public by law enforcement, we believe that sharing it again only deepens the harm. And we firmly believe that no child deserves to have their face become a headline. Hence, we can't say it enough. This story, and other stories like it, is about accountability, not exposure. Welcome to Black Joy Interrupted, where we examine how power and perception and policy keep trying to silence Black humanity. Today's story comes out of Florida, a place that seems to find new ways to criminalize Black children every year. A 9-year-old boy, yes 9, was arrested, charged, and had his mugshot and full name posted on Facebook by the local sheriff's office. They said it was for safety and deterrence, but what it really was public humiliation of a child who still believes in the tooth fairy. Let's sit with that for a moment. At 9 years old, you're supposed to be learning multiplication tables, not your Miranda rights. But for Black children in America, childhood has never been guaranteed. The world looks at them and doesn't see kids. It sees criminals in waiting. This is what happens when a system that claims to protect us has already decided who's worthy of protection. Story summation. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office in Florida arrested a 9-year-old Black boy after he allegedly brought a pocket knife to school and threatened another student. Instead of protecting him from public scrutiny, they took his mugshot, released his name, and posted it on Facebook. And yes, within hours, the photo went viral. Tens of thousands of comments poured in, most expressing shock and anger that law enforcement would publicly shame a child. But it gets better. The department defended its decision, saying it's policy to post juvenile mugshots for felony charges. Translation: just because we can, we will. Question: the department points to a state statute that allows the release of juvenile information if the crime is one that would be considered a felony for an adult. But since when is it a felony for an adult to carry a pocket knife? This doesn't sound like an adult felony offense to me. Let's be honest. If this were a 9-year-old white child, there would be no mugshot. There would be no shaming. Hell, we wouldn't even know his name. But instead, there would be headlines like, "Trouble Boy Makes Mistake," or "Community Offers Support." But when the child is Black, innocence is optional. That's called adultification bias. The belief that Black children are older, more dangerous, and less deserving of empathy than white children of the same age. It's why a Black 4th grader is treated like a felon instead of a frightened kid. It's why a moment of poor judgment becomes a lifelong label. We talk about accountability, but what about the accountability of a sheriff's office that turns a child's trauma into a Facebook post for engagement? And let's talk about what this really is. It's performative punishment. It's the fact that law enforcement in this country has learned to weaponize social media, not for safety, but for spectacle. And they do it because they know they can get away with it. That mugshot of that 9-year-old boy wasn't about justice, it was about power. Power that says, we can strip your humanity, even at 9 years old, and call it policy. And what's even more twisted, they bragged about how their approach prevents repeat offenders, as if humiliation heals. As if shame makes children safer. No, it doesn't. It just teaches them that mercy isn't for them. Imagine being that child scrolling online and seeing your own face under the words aggravated assault. Imagine the classmates, the parents, the neighbors, everyone knowing your name, your charge, and your face. That kind of exposure isn't rehabilitation, it's a scar. Because the message this boy received is the same one so many Black children have before him. Your mistakes are proof you're dangerous, while their mistakes are proof they are human. Florida has made a pattern of this, from banning Black history to over-policing Black youth. And this case isn't an accident. It's a reflection of a larger ideology, one that prefers control over care and punishment over prevention. Because if they can criminalize a Black boy at 9, they've already justified everything that comes next. Conclusion: this story isn't just about a child. It's about what happens when a society forgets how to see Black children at all. If joy is freedom, then this is what it looks like when freedom is taken too soon. Black joy is supposed to start in childhood, but too often, that's exactly where it's interrupted. So let's ask the question they won't. What kind of system feels safer after humiliating a child? Because that's not safety, that's fear dressed in a badge. And now, we want to hear from you. Do you think the sheriff's office was fair in posting that child's photo? If you were his parent, how would you have handled it? And most importantly, how can we, as a community, make sure this never happens again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Because the only way to protect Black joy is to confront what interrupts it. If you want to keep unpacking stories like this, the ones that reveal how power really works, make sure you subscribe to Black Joy Interrupted and turn on notifications. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. And remember, Black joy isn't just what we protect, it's what we build together.